Hello everybody, this is Metroid Killer here, starting off my new video series for Blacklight Retribution, detailing and describing and showing strategies for all the receivers in the game. Starting off here, this is the assault rifle. The first build here is an accuracy build. I made 3 builds total. The accuracy range build, this is obviously designed to take people down long distance. It actually has a fairly good long range. It's actually almost comparable to the heavy assault rifle, which is a designated long range weapon or long medium range weapon. The second build I'm showing here, that one is the power build. It also features a decently long range, max damage for the assault rifle. The spread is a little worse, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The last one here is the move spread build, close quarters build, I should say. Much lower move spread, much lower. Higher recoil though, but that's not such a big deal in close quarters. I actually did change the barrel out to this barrel here. I just I wanted to pick up a little bit more damage. It was just a little too low for my taste. Although the other barrel is a good choice if that doesn't bother you, like it does me. I also changed to a lighter magazine to pick up some extra run speed, because being a faster target is always a good thing when you're trying to do close quarters. Much harder to hit fast targets. Anyway, this here is a demonstration of the recoil patterns for the assault rifle. I'm gonna do all 3 guns to show the difference between the degree in recoil and spread as well. This first one here is the accuracy build. As you can see, a general bottom left to upper right movement in the spread in the recoil. I can't talk. This holds true for all 3 builds, but it's more prevalent in ones with a higher recoil. Here I'm controlling my recoil a little bit by moving my mouse down and to the left to counteract the upper right recoil pattern. As you can see, a much tighter grouping. It's particularly can't talk. Especially important on the accuracy build, as losing those shots on that build really hurts you, as you're really giving up a lot of your potential damage and the whole point of that build. Especially important in long range engagements, as you're going to have a much lower margin for error. Here's the power build. As you can see, it's a lot wider spread, benefiting its damage components. Here I'm actually using a smaller scope. As you can see, it has much lower perceived recoil, meaning the recoil is not necessarily lower, but it's a little bit easier for you to control as you have a little farther distance. Granted, that means you can't see as far, and often have the smoke from the muzzle getting in your way. However, just in terms of being able to aim quicker, it's much nicer in that regard. Here I quick demonstrated getting the difference in move speed. This one's a much lighter build than the other 2, and the move speed increases quite significantly. So like I said, very important when you're trying to be quick on your feet. Here I had a little bit of an anomaly in the recoil pattern. I'm not sure if I bumped it. It doesn't typically do that. It's typically a pretty straight upward right, up to the right movement kind of thing. Like that. The other one was weird. But as you can see, this barrel also has a slightly different alignment on the muzzle, so you get a little bit better smoke alignment as well. And that can go also between muzzle to muzzle as well too. Some of them shoot, like if you're not like using a silencer like I am now, some of them will shoot the flare out to the side, which or downward, or whatever. So that's also something you can consider. And sometimes some muzzles work better than some guns. This as looks go anyway. I'm just playing around here now, but I'll be moving on to the gameplay footage. I'll first be showing off the accuracy one that's right here. Get my head blowing off. That's always a good way to start. I cut this one a little short. It really wasn't a very entertaining match, but I can show you a little bit of the range and the accuracy. I didn't really get to show it off too much. I didn't want this video to be extremely long. it's already long enough as it is. But I just want to kind of show off the accuracy at range at least. And you can just take my word for it that the damage is quite good. As you can see there, you can barely even see him, and I picked the shots up on his heels there. So it's quite accurate actually. It really is. It's a good scope for it too. I'll go further into different scopes more on the bolt action, which I'll be doing for my next video. I'll talk more about that later though. But important things to note of this one is, yeah, make sure you control the recoil. In fact, even more so burst your shots at range. You can see here that it's if you just full auto, you're gonna have a rough day trying to hit things that you need to. Nice thing about the accuracy one too, the range one, it's still pretty good on hip fire actually. So you won't be like feeling deficient if someone sneaks up on you. You'll be okay. You should be okay. Little tip to people trying to fight people who are in cloak. If they move fast, you can see a blur, and they almost always show up on HRV. Just a little tip there. That's kind of how I found that guy there. The next match here I'll be showing off the other two. Starting off with the close quarters one. You can see the recoil is even on the hip fire it's much more noticeable, much less stable. But you can see that small scope really helps on controlling those close range shots. But the move speed is much better. Camera, did I get this guy? No, I didn't get this guy. He escaped. No clue where he went. I was quite confused. But you can see here, the action time, that right there, all the bullets landed on him right at the end. That's because it's such a tight move spread in close quarters. Really helpful. Granted, a larger move spread can be useful sometimes to give you a little bit more margin for error. But when it's in close quarters combat, there's nothing to sacrifice that tight move spread. It even makes it more viable on a longer hip fire. Longer hip fire. See if I can get a longer one. I think I had one. But yeah. Let's see here. One downside to this one is it is set more for hip fire and stuff. It does lose out on the aim spread, as in when you go aiming down the sights. The spread on that is significantly worse than the other two, but again, that's not really what the gun was designed to do, so that's kind of understandable. Let's see here. Running around really fast because my gun is super light. This is probably not the greatest map to demo it. This is more of a medium range map, but it works. Yeah, this would be a very effective build on maps like Holodeck, Metro, Slumward. Although I have a personal favorite build that I'll demo in a different video for a Slumward. But this is I honestly can say I don't use the assault rifle much, as it is a little overpowered in my opinion, and opinion of a lot of other people. It's because it kind of it ends up outclassing a lot of other receivers in their own niches. Yeah, odd word. So it that can kind of be an issue, honestly. An issue for a lot of people too. Moving on. What was I talking about? I don't know. There's honestly not a whole lot to talk about with this receiver. It's very straightforward, very user-friendly, which is why it's default. It's not a whole lot of whole lot of a learning curve for it. That said, there are some definitely better ways to use it, like bursting your shots, making sure you're quick. Being quick in general is good, but I got owned there. Anyway, I think yeah, here's where I switch over to the power one. This was actually my favorite of the three builds, just because it kind of reminds me of the heavy assault rifle more so, which is what I'm used to using. And the damage is significant. I think Confiding gets me here. I had to leave the in farm. He was all bummed and I cut out his other one. with this troll suicide, but I had to leave it in for him. Shout out to him. I also apologize. He was eager to see the video, and it took me a little long time to get it up. I've been a little busy lately, so I didn't really have time to record the audio for it. That said, continue to get blown up by a mine. I was a little shocked that actually worked, honestly. At least that's what I thought it would like. Maybe it makes me feel a little better about it. But the thing I should note, the move spread on this one is not bad by all means. It has like a 5.5, I think, which isn't terrible in any stretch of the imagination. Especially after you use like things like an LMG, which almost never goes that low. I don't even know what kind of ability you need to have to make it go that low. But yeah, it's 5.5 is definitely decent move spread. I wouldn't like be trying to ramble long distance with it, but it's definitely not bad. What else can I say? I don't know. It's a very simple receiver. Not really a whole lot to talk about, honestly. I'll probably have more to talk about in the other one. Let's see here. Yeah. Bursting. Let's see. Let's go over a recap here. That'd be a good idea. Bursting your shots, very important for long-range engagements. Controlling the recoil, extremely important. Less so when you're hip firing, but especially important when aiming down the sights. Another thing I forgot. A general idea on recoil is you kind of want to keep it around 3.7. For most people, that's a very natural feeling recoil. So anyway, the next video will be on the bolt action rifle. I'll be going down the line of receivers. I intend to do them all. And even the AMR was not. That might be an extremely short video. But anyway, this is Metro Killer signing off.